Welcome back everyone to my IDC 42 run. This is a special play-in match where me and Otto have to basically play to see who gets the top 8 because we have the exact same tiebreakers. So yeah, he's playing LWD Hydro Hurricane but with Bine, and I'm playing the same deck but built around Gigazald instead. He goes first, but he doesn't have a turn 3 play. Meanwhile, I'm gonna play the Gigazald on turn 3, which there's an argument for not doing because he does run cranium clamps and also locomotivers. And now I break on turn 4, so I don't even get to summon Gigabalza. But didn't really matter too much because he's had a second clamp anyway. So that was pretty unfortunate to have to go up against double cranium clamp in the first game. Now he's just gonna deploy his Mystrias and a second one, and at least I get a Miraculous Snare to get rid of one of them. Now even has an Ice Vapor, and I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the Mystrias even if it costs me 1 mana. I would say his build has the advantage against my build because field control is a bit more relevant in a mid-range matchup. And yeah, there comes the second Ice Vapor, and from here any spell I cast will really hurt me. He's generated quite a lot of advantage already. He has the answer for my Mystrias with one of his own Miraculous Snares, and at this point I'm probably just gonna hold on to the Laura Giga in case I draw a Mystrias. He's going to snipe it straight away with a Locomotiver. Hydro Hurricane won't do too much besides being discarded, so I'm just gonna charge it instead. He's even boosting his Ice Vapor with Petrova. And there comes the Arcbine, which he can now use to clear my whole field basically. So at this point I can't even summon Mystrias. I'm not sure why he didn't just run over the Gigabalza. But yeah, despite the fact that I top deck Mystrias, it's just gonna get killed by Arcbine, so I'm gonna concede and we're gonna move on to the second game. Looks like I'm gonna be going for an Energy Stream on turn 3. Hopefully I get a Gigabalza to start discarding. Doesn't look like I'll be getting a Chimera Bait, but I think I'm just gonna pass the turn in case he plays Cranium Clamp, so I have more stuff to discard for the clamp. He's gonna charge the Ice Vapor and most likely he's probably thinking between, okay, thought he would be going for a discard, but maybe he didn't see his Mystrias, so he wants to play Energy Stream to see more options. Now here I'm actually going to go for Gigazald, which is gonna snipe the Lost Soul, so that's really good for me. Now he's gonna play Clamp, and I'm gonna get rid of the Paralysis on one of the Miraculous Snares. And now I can start to discard him with Gigazald. It's gonna hit the perfect card, which was a Terror Pit. And now I basically got rid of both of his Terror Pits with my discard cards. So now the only other source he has for Mistrias, probably like Miraculous Snare. He does have it, but I have a second Mistrias and even a third one. And he's gonna play Faliga, get back Snare, and snare this Mistrias. And at this point I'm gonna summon the third one, and what's funny is that I even have the fourth one here. So this point is probably out of answers. He's just gonna play Locomotiver. And at this point I'm probably just gonna play the fourth Mistrias as well. So I'm sure he loves to see this. At this point he may have to play defensively, because I'm gonna be drawing a lot of cards, so he's gonna have to switch mode and start to play by deck out. So he's gonna play Petrova to boost his own Locomotiver, probably setting up for an Bine. He's even gonna start going in. At this point I don't really need all of the Mistrias, with two of them already on the field, so I'm just gonna discard him with Gigazald. So yeah, gonna play the Gigazald, which is gonna snipe the Bellix the Explorer, which he could have used next turn to play Hydro Hurricane. So I'm glad to see that card gone. He's gonna play a second Petrova, boosting Hadrian again. And at this point I could run over the Faliga with a Gigazald of my own. Could also just play double Laura Giga and use Terror Pit on the Locomotiver. Okay, so I end up playing Petrova, boosting Chimeras, and I'm playing a Gigazald as well, which will be able to trade with a Locomotiver. It's just gonna run out an Ice Vapor, and at this point I'm gonna stop drawing because I wanna ensure I have as many turns as possible to finish him off. Just need to find my last Hydro Hurricane. I'm not sure if it's in the shield zone or if it's one of the last cards in my deck, as the Bellix already had to charge early on. So yeah, just gonna play Gigazald, snipe that crystal memory out of his hand. And just play a bunch of blockers, I suppose. Not sure if he's playing Holio in this version. He is playing Bine, but not sure if he would be playing Holio on top of that. But just in case he's playing Holio, I'm not gonna go in just yet. And I will draw just one more card, which is a Miraculous Plague. Could use it to just give him back the Ice Vapor and the Paralysis and start going in with my creatures. Seems like I'm gonna be going for Gigazald. I kinda disagree. Personally, I would just go for... Okay, I understand why I'm doing it, because I wanna play Miraculous Plague and start to discard the cards I plague with a Gigazald. Because at this point I'm still afraid of Holio, so I have to get rid of those attacking creatures of his first. Probably gonna get rid of Ice Vapor and Locomotiver, because the Hedrian is boosted twice by the Petrova. Not sure why I get rid of those. Then I'm gonna get rid of the Aqua Skydiver and Bellix the Explorer. I wish I could just get rid of his all of his water mana so he cannot cast Hydro Hurricane. And I have to discard from Ice Vapor as well, which I seem to forget to do. And at this point I may feel confident enough to go in. He's gonna get a locomotive error shields, so that's gonna stop me from attacking any further. I really hope I get to see my last Hydro Hurricane in the next 1 or 2 cards. Gonna play Bine, which I'm not sure what he's gonna be able to do. If he tries to kill my creatures, I'm just gonna block with my remaining blockers. He's gonna attempt to kill Gigazald, but just gonna sacrifice the Laura Gigas. At this point I might just play Petrova on Chimeras again, so now I can kill 2 of his creatures. I could probably even start going in for shields. He only has 3 creatures on the field, so even if he plays Holio, he wouldn't be able to finish me off. So I'm just gonna take shields 1 by 1, and next turn I can finish him off completely. Okay, so I decide to trade with a Locomotiver just to play around Holio completely, and it's a good thing I did because I do break into a Locomotiver, so if this was Holio in the last shield, he would have 4 creatures to finish me off. Yeah, we got there in the end. I think I played around potential Holio pretty well. But yeah, now we're on to the final game where he's gonna be on the play. Thankfully I'm gonna have an energy stream, and unfortunately no Gigabalsa for turn 4. Actually I do have a Gigabalsa, but I'm gonna have to charge the Gigazald for it, which is a shame because I really wanted to evolve it. And I do snipe the Mistrias, which is quite nice. Gonna probably charge the either one of the snares or the Gigazald. Not sure which one I need more. I would imagine I only need one of the streams if I have Mysterious. It's gonna have the Terror Pit answer for Mysterious, and this time I don't actually have another Mysterious. Fortunately, I have a Gigazald now. And yeah, maybe I should not have charged this Miraculous Plague. Could have used it right now. Gonna be discarding a card with this Gigazald. Unfortunately for me, it's gonna boost one of his creatures, which will allow him to run over the Gigazald. Fortunately, I top deck a Terror Pit for the Mysterious, so I'm not sure if he has Bine prepared in his hand. Fortunately, he doesn't have an answer for this Mysterious. And his Petrova is already boosting my own Guardians as well. So I don't really need to summon this Petrova. Unless I want to draw with Mysterious, of course. And yeah, I end up playing the Petrova so I can get a one draw with Mysterious, and gonna be using the snare on the Ice Vapor just to get rid of it now. Gonna have a Terror Pit for this Mysterious, and now I'm just gonna set up two Chimeras, which are both boosted. Hopefully I get to draw into Gigazald at some point. Run out Marauz and evolve the Laura Giga into Arcbine. Not sure if there's anything he can kill at the moment, because it's only boosting the Guardians, it's not boosting. It's not boosting Hedrians. I'm not really sure what he could kill even. Okay, he's gonna tap those creatures, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, he thought he would be able to run over. He thought he could run over the Gigazald with the locomotive. He's asking if he can redo the move, but again, it's part of the tournament, so I won't allow a retake. Here I get to top deck a Hydro Hurricane. Not even sure if I want to use it. Maybe I could use it to bounce the Marrow so I can run over his own Petrova. Probably bounce both the Marrows and the Bine. And then give him like the 2 light blockers or something. And yeah, now I was able to kill his Petrova and set him back in mana a bit. Just gonna resummon some blockers here. I might just get back at the Miraculous Plague with the Belix. Instead I opt for Terror Pit just in case he plays Mistrias. I'd still gone for Blake, to be honest, just to keep setting him back. Otto is thinking for quite a long time here, I'm not sure what he's holding. I know actually he's holding Laura Giga and Arcbine and 3 other cards. Maybe he does have Mistrias. Okay, I see. So even if I got the play, he would have sniped it with Locomotiver. And he even has the Belix to get back his own Hydro Hurricane. Just gonna charge the Gigazald just to have some extra mana for when he casts his Hydro Hurricane. I'm not even sure if he wants to bounce the Gia Balsa because I'll just replay it, so he's probably just gonna bounce the blockers. At this point he's probably just using them to delay me, just to make me charge everything again. if he gets enough Hydro Hurricanes, he can just keep me locked on a lower amount of mana, so I have to keep charging, and by the time I charge back to a substantial amount of mana, I'll be decking out. Probably just going to play the Gigazald this turn. Maybe I can snipe the Bine out of his hand. I think I wanna hold on to Belix just to grab that Hydro Hurricane later. I may just charge one of the Gigaslugs, summon Laura Giga and Gigabalsa. And I end up going for Gigabalsa and Laura Giga. Unfortunately for me, I do snipe the Bine out of his hand, so he cannot use it to clear my field. Not that it will be easy to do, because my chimeras are currently boosted anyway. But now he's gonna play Faliga, grabbing back the Hydro Hurricane so he can reuse it again. Now with even more light creatures on the field. And I don't even have enough mana to go for Belix into my own Hydro Hurricane. So I'm probably just gonna use Miraculous Snare on his Faliga, so he bounces less mana with his light creatures. So yeah, there's the second Hydro Hurricane is setting me back to 4 mana. And I finally get to have my second Mystrias this game, which I am gonna set up. I really need to be careful which creatures I keep, because I need to have as many attackers as possible. I also want to keep that Belix because I want to retrieve the Hydro Hurricane from the mana zone at some point. The plan is to summon many darkness creatures so I can bounce his blockers, and also summon a few light creatures so I can bounce a portion of his mana as well. Now he's gonna play Ice Vapor, and this turn I'm gonna summon both of the Gigabalsas just so I can have 5 darkness creatures on the field before I play my Belix next turn for Hydro Hurricane. Unfortunately, before I get to do that, he top decks his other Hydro Hurricane, so he can just bounce all of my attacking creatures, and I won't really be able to finish the game in time at this point, so I'm just gonna concede. And yeah, that was my IDC 42 run. Unfortunately, I didn't win the top 8 play-in match. My deck should be on the screen for those of you who are interested, although I don't recommend playing this version. And until next time, see ya.